Uncle Joe.
Man, good to you.
Well, our guide today was Drew Keeth, and we hunted myself and Charles Jordan and Kerry Hill. I hadn't had much chance to hunt this year, so we had us a little break, and we decided to come, and me and a couple of friends, and it was a good day today.
I went down to Southfield to see my honeybee. I went down to Southfield just to see my honeybee. Yeah. My mind was in heaven, but my feet was on the ground. I was running through the Southfield, and my heart began to pound. Oh, 'cause my honeybee is still there. She's waiting there for me. Yeah.
Be cool. Hold on, okay, hold on. Yeah, hold on. I hear this. Well, we're here this morning with Uncle Joe Perron from Champion Retrievers, Mr. Kerry and Mr. Charles, and Uncle Joe has trained Mocha, Mr. Kerry's dog. And she is learning. She's getting the honey break experience this morning. So she's handling up real good. She's working in this new territory she's never worked in before. So y'all stick with us. We're gonna put a lanyard full of it before we get out of here. Get him. How many we get? Get him. We got him. Well, we got 3 on the water out in front of us. Shoot. Good shoot.
The young dog we had with us today was Ruse Mocha, and she's a hunting retriever champion and a master hunter. It was her first time in a duck blind. She's never been duck hunting, and where she was sitting, she couldn't see the duck, so every retrieve was a blind retrieve. And it took her a couple of ducks to get used to the situation, but she got used to it and did a really good job.
Did he work in pretty good or what? That mallard working pretty good?
Here.
This episode of the Honey Break Experience is brought to you by Loretta, 500 years, one passion. Mossy Oak, it's not a passion, it's an obsession. Gator Tail, taking you places you never thought possible. This is the Honey Break Experience.
All through the hunt today, we had ducks in the sky. And of course, you know, Drew's calling them ducks and he's saying, okay, don't shoot. And here I do, and I jump up and I shoot a couple of shots, couldn't hear them.
Here comes 3 cameras back, get ready. I said wait, Uncle Joe. That's why I said wait. That's why I said wait. I'm gonna call the shots. Canvasback's the fastest flying duck there is. I'm trying to better your chances. That's a canvasback. Get on that canvasback, man. If you get jumped up, you shoot it. Canvasback's right there on the water. Yeah. Don't shoot her on the water. Just if it jumps up, shoot it. You on it? Hey! 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 Get him, Uncle Joe. And that was the fastest flying duck in America. And we let him light, and Uncle Joe missed it. Hey, Uncle Joe, we won't put that on camera.
We was shooting the best we could to knock them down. It took us a little while, longer than it should have, to get our limit.
We just won't in here. Here it comes. Get it, get it. Told you that widget wanted in there.
You did.
I like shooting widgets. Y'all see that widget?
Beautiful bird.
That's probably one of my favorite birds to shoot right there. Just because we don't get a lot of them. I mean, they come and go, and they're not here every day. So I like to shoot them when I can. It's a pretty bird to get down. Where they go? It's away from here. A lot of them go down the coast. Hi, I'm Drew Keeth with Hunting Break, here today with Joe Perron from Champion Retrievers and Steve Snell from Gun Dog Supply. We're going to talk about introducing your dog to gunfire.
Drew, I think it's probably the most important thing. If you screw this up, you're in a hole, and it's a hole that a lot of folks never ever get out of. Like everything else, it builds on all sorts of things, and it's part of the socialization and part of the conditioning. Getting your dog used to noise, and then moving that up to gunfire. But the most important thing is tying the gunfire to birds. But it's a gradual process. You don't want to just go out there and see if your dog is gun shy.
I like to do it whenever we introduce them to birds.
Yeah.
Just like you got your pigeons, you put your dog on a check cord. You get your pigeon and you throw it and let the little dog chase after it. When he grabs the pigeon, shoot. And you want to gradually decrease the distance. If you see the dog flinch in any kind of way,
Yeah.
you want to go to either back up or
Back
go
up.
to the 22 shot, which is your lower one.
Key thing is once you start off with the lowest volume that you can and you work closer and the dog's comfortable with that, you don't immediately move up to a 12 gauge at that same spot. You want to back up again and repeat the process.
Right.
And same thing here, you cannot go too slow on this. You've got to build them up after you get them comfortable with that. Then you've got to build them up to, exactly, because if you've got 3 or 4 guys in a duck blind and everybody's shooting 3 times, that's a lot. And you can't take a dog from just, you're throwing a dummy and you're firing 1 shot and they're used to that to taking them into a duck blind. And you have to build up to that also.
That's your honey break gun dog tip of the week. Well, y'all get on it. Bow, bow, bow.
Drew, I heard that Cash took his tubes out and he's doing better.
Got his tube out last Friday, and we're gonna watch him, make sure his chest doesn't fill back up with fluid, and everything goes right. Another 2 weeks of antibiotics, and I'll be able to get him back.
We had a little tragedy. Cash Man got really sick, and old Drew was really, really depressed with that. We almost lost Cash.
Well, most everybody knows about Cash Man, my little hunting buddy. And Friday morning, got up, opening day was today, it's Saturday, and said it just looked like he was acting right. So eyes looked sunken in and not feeling good, not jumping around. So I brought him to the vet just as a precautionary measure, and luckily I did that. One lung had about 1 liter of fluid in it, the other one had about 3/4 in it. Lots of masses showed up in the chest cavity on the x-rays. Very difficult day for me yesterday personally, but for him as well, he was too unstable to be able to be transported. So if we can get him stabilized, if he makes it through the night, be able to take him to LSU today, so that their team of specialists can round the clock ICU with him and can figure out determine what it is. It can be one of 3 things. It could be a severe chest infection or bacterial infection. It could be a torn lung lobe, or it could be lymphoma cancer. Getting up here to the vet clinic right now, and I'm going to take Cash Man down there, and he made it through the night good, and Justin said he got up, even sat down and wagged his tail a little bit for him, so that's a good positive thing.
He had to spend a couple of weeks at LSU, but we've been blessed. We're going to have him back, and Cash Man he's going to be all right.
It was a tough time, and even to be thinking about being faced with a decision, if it was cancer, to put him down, it was just a terrible thing to think about.
I'm sure. Let's thank God that he's doing good like he's doing.
No doubt about it. Get him. Get him. I didn't ring y'all here, did I? That's what we're supposed to do, guys.
I had 15 bills in there. I was down there after I killed that. Little while. Well, I hope everything got that in there. Whoa!
Uncle Joe said, I saw their teeth.
This episode of the Honey Break Experience is brought to you by War Eagle Boats, America's most versatile boat company. K2 Coolers, real value, real cold. Honey Break Lodge and Outfitters, the experience of a lifetime. This is the Honey Break Experience.
Catch it, catch it, catch it. Uncle Joe, over. Come on, in his face first. No. It had to go down in here, Uncle Joe. It had to go down in the blind. Two for sure. She's getting a lot of tests today.
Look at this one. Good Lord. Pretty good. Pretty good.
We shot a duck and it landed on top of the cameraman.
Smoking!
How many we got? Two?
That's a wrap, guys.
We got three or two?
We got two, but I'm gonna make sure we don't have a cripple on the way out.
Okay.
Well, we got to watch some great dogs work. Uncle Joe's been training Mocha. Mr. Kerry, how would you think about the first hunt out?
Well, first of all, Drew, I'd like to thank you for letting me bring her out. I know that was kind of a gamble with other hunters on her first hunt, but she did well. I'd like to thank Joe for all the time he's put into her, and I was real excited about her outcome. She was a little bit nervous and jubilous up front, but she came on through in the end.
That's exactly. She finished up strong. That's always the best way to do it. Let's head on back to the lodge.
This episode of the Honey Break Experience is brought to you by Drake Waterfowl, innovators in waterfowl hunting. Honey Break Gun Club, Louisiana's finest. Mojo Outdoors, It ain't magic if it ain't mojo. This is the Honey Break Experience.
Next time on the Honey Break Experience.
On the day's hunt, all us guys, we finally got to get together. Me and Drew and Blake, we even brought old Paul along with us. We got in there, man, was it right. And they got right. And we put the herd on them.
Kill him.
The ducks didn't have a chance with all the calling that was going on in there. They didn't have a chance with all of us in there.
Kill him. Only on the Pursuit Channel.